You know, one of the things that guys, I want to tell you something, right? First of all, I do respect Mr. Thabo Mbeki. I respect him, well, because he's the former president or anything like that. But I'm going to be honest with you, and please, you can bash me and do whatever you want us to do. It's fine. You see, one thing that I will never respect is a person who had an opportunity, right? Who had an opportunity to deal with some challenges that South Africa was supposed to deal with, so that when 2025 comes, at least we don't have to face or fight, or we don't have to even have operations like Operation Dudula. The reason why we have things like Operation Dudula, March and March, it's because there are some leaders in the past who failed when they were supposed to arrest some of South African problems that they should have this problem that we are facing today of illegal foreigners, it's a problem that these presidents that were president before, they were supposed to deal with. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to take any of anyone. I don't care whether you are a former, whether you are a former deputy, whether you are a former whatever. I don't even care. Any person who had an opportunity to solve the problem of illegal immigrants, there is no one in African countries. Let me repeat this. There is no one in the African countries that will appreciate to have illegal foreigners in their countries who are 20-something what million, I don't know the number and I'm talking about illegal. I'm not talking about legal. Because some of you have twisted this thing and you have made it as if like these guys, they are against the people that are legal. According to, why do you make the laws that you don't want to follow? If the laws of South Africa says to us, any person who comes to South Africa, whether you are documented, whether you are not documented, what you need to do is to go and get access, medical access into a private school. If that is the law of your country, you are the one who made the law. You are the one who created the law. You are the one who started the law. And you're supposed to follow that law. There is no way that now, because you then change the law. Go back to Parliament, talk to them. Parliament, we want you to change the law. In South Africa, any person who comes to South Africa from other countries, illegal or legal, when they come to South Africa, they can access anything and everything they want. In South Africa, documented or not documented, they don't have to go to a private hospital. They can go to any hospital in South Africa, and then we will accept it because it's a law. But it's not a law. Why do you want South Africans to subscribe to something that is out of South African laws? Yeah? And the only thing they are using against people who say, please, we are asking you to just, if you are not documented, please, just go back and do things properly. Right? Just go back and do things properly, and people will come and use this thing of saying, yeah, you guys are against the blacks, you guys are against other African people, you guys are against this, you guys are against that. They always use that thing to make people to feel guilty so that they think that they are doing something bad. Just for people are saying, listen, we are not saying you guys are bad, whatever. We don't, All we are saying, I am repeating again, there is no country in Africa that will allow South Africans to flock in without any documentation. Immediately you enter the gate. I don't know their borders. How are their borders? All right? Immediately you enter the gate. You are not going to be just allowed and say, oh, you can come in. I said it before. Even during apartheid, when people were running to other countries, to other African countries, it was not like they would run there and enter. No, even if they enter, they say, okay, you can. No, they used to speak to them to say, okay, because we are facing this problem and we are negotiators in the struggle, and they want to take us out, they want to arrest us, they want to do whatever. We want you guys to hide us. We want to hide in your countries. And because those countries, they were for that thing, no one was for apartheid, then they had to open up for those people to come into their countries. But it was not always, not even always, it was not even once where you will just get in there without anything. They will make some exceptions for you because you are a struggle fighter. In South Africa today, now because Mandela came out, I can promise you right now, it's unfortunate because he cannot speak for himself. And maybe I might be wrong, but Mr. Mandela, I don't think he would have appreciated what is happening. I don't think so. Because I believe that according to, okay, what we know from TV, because we don't know him like, some of us, we were still young. I believe that he would have even said he's disappointed on politicians. Politicians who were supposed to arrest the problem before it escalates. He would have said that. He would have said, I'm disappointed in you guys because you should have dealt with this problem before it escalates, before it gets to 2025. You make sure that you fix everything, and every person who decides to come to South Africa, they know exactly what are they going to face. Just like when you are you're going to another country, you know exactly that when you go to Nigeria, what you are going to face in terms of paperwork, in terms of how you get in there. When you go to any African country, you know exactly what you are going to face. And I don't even speak about European countries. It's very tough there. And you want South Africans to just say, the gate is open, do your thing, while you yourself, when you came here and you got power, you made the laws that are going to govern South Africa. Here are the laws now. Let's follow the laws. Let's just forget about the laws. Let's just accept everyone. They can access anything and everything they want. Let's keep it like that then. Let's keep it like that. Let's do it like that then. Let's shut down all the laws and people, they can do whatever they want to do. Come the way they want to come in South Africa and tell me what is going to happen to you and what is going to happen in South Africa if that can happen. I am saying, hear my point. I'm saying the reason why we are facing the problem we are facing, it is because there were people who failed to do their job, who failed to arrest the problem, who failed to actually make sure that the problem doesn't escalate. As a leader, I'm expecting you to see things even before they can. You can see that this thing is going to get out of hand. What are you doing about that? You are not paying attention to the problem in the name of, they are Africans. They are Africans. No, ladies and gentlemen. I will repeat this again. If you want South Africa to be a country that doesn't have any laws, take off or take out all the laws. Then let South Africa be a country where anyone can come and do whatever they want. We will accept it because there are no laws. But unfortunately, there are laws. Okay, now I'm speaking like that because I am very And I'm very sorry, but I am very disappointed. Disappointed I am. I'm very sorry. I know that some of you might look at me otherwise, but I'm very disappointed the way these politicians are addressing this thing of foreigners. Every time they get an opportunity of speaking, no, it is always they make it to be like they are doing bad thing, they are doing this, they make the other people to look bad, as if like, I can promise you right now, the kids of these people who are busy shouting when they get platforms against the people who are trying to say, because they are telling us that they are trying to protect their country, they are going to thank them. There was a person I saw actually on I don't know, it's one of the apps online. He said that the people that have a problem in South Africa in terms of foreigners, and then he mentions Zulu people. And then he says the people that have a problem with foreigners is Zulu people. What is he talking about? Huh? What is he talking about? It's a pity, and I'm going to say it, and you can hate me if you want to hate me. I'm going to say it. The problem, the good thing about the Zulu people is that if they don't like something, they don't like something, and they will show it to you. They will show you that they don't like it. The problem with the other cultures, they are afraid. They sit somewhere on the fence. They don't know whether to say it. They don't know whether to speak. They don't know whether to engage in this thing. They don't know whether to enter this topic. They are just sitting there. They don't know. That's why it seems like as if like it's Zulu people. That is why. Why? Because they understand the importance of this is the country that we only have. There's no any other country we have except South Africa country. The only country we have in South Africa, or the only country we have as people who live in South Africa. There were certain people who spoke about to say the people that are complaining, okay, the people that are here illegally or even illegally, let's just put even legal. If South Africa can just go ballistic, and just everything goes bad south, it goes bad to the zero. Guess what is going to happen? Whether you are Chinese, whether you are Japanese, whether you are African, whether you are European, if you are here, you are going to run back to your home. And guess who is left? The South Africans. When we try to decide to run away and run to their countries, guess what is going to happen? You are going to find the laws that are going to be very difficult for you to enter the country. Why? Because they have made it to be difficult. And then when people talk like that, to say, if South Africa can go to a 0.0, not turning back, people are going to run back to their countries. You will be left alone here. You have to pick up the pieces. You will be left alone here. You have to fight it. And guess what? You will be alone fighting it. Who are the people that were fighting on the ground during the apartheid? No, let me ask you that question again. Who were the people that were fighting on the ground during apartheid? Who were the people that went in June 16 and went and toy and march for the what education? Who were those people? They are South Africans. They were here. They were fighting. It was bad. It was bad. It was traumatizing. It was so painful, but they stayed here. They were like, we are not going anywhere. We are going to fight this thing. Today, we are benefiting of what they have done. And somebody wants to come and just come as willy-nilly, as open as it could be. I'm just here. And then when we're trying to tell them to say, we've got laws, please follow the laws, get the papers. We're not saying we hate you. We love you, Africans, but please follow the laws. Just like it's expected to every country. Follow those laws. Somehow, some people, they decide to jump the law. Why? Because the process is long. Why? Because, this thing is long and I want to move on with my life and everything. And I have always had an argument. I said to people, the process of getting documents in South Africa, it has been difficult. For people of South Africa, those who are looking for IDs in South Africa, it has been difficult for years in the past. Don't come with an argument and argument and say, yeah, no, the reason why, we end up paying people for bribes so that we can get the papers. The reason why, we pay money so that it is because the process is long. Yes, that's what we face in South Africa, but we don't run to other countries and say, yeah, because of the process, I had to pay a bribe. They will arrest you in other countries. But here, people, they come in, they do whatever they want. I can pay this, I can pay that, so that I can get papers. Then they get fake papers even. They come here, and then they stay here, and then when they are caught, and then it's a problem. When people, they see that there's a problem in South Africa, and when you speak about the economy, and you tell people, and you try your best, even though you are not a professional, even though you are not an economist, but it's a logical thing to think. Yay, people, when the population grows, the budget must grow. If the population is not growing, the economy is not growing, there's going to be problems. All right? And when you say that, you are seem as if like, you are trying. No, ladies and gentlemen, when the population grows, the economy must grow. If the economy is not growing, the economy is going to be going through strain. That's how it is in economics. You are not an economist, it's fine. But that's just common sense, something that is out there that you should know as a human being. All right? When you've got a population of 1,000 people, your budget is going to be catering 1,000 people. When next year the population grows to 2,000 people, your budget is going to be for 2,000 people. If your economy or your budget is not for 2,000 people because you expected that you are going to cater for 1,000 people, there's going to be problem because you are going to deviate some amounts and some budgeting. You're gonna have to adjust and take money, this and that, and just adjust and then so that you can cover the people that are 1,000 more, which you don't know about. It is funny that politicians, they think that we are sleeping. They think that we don't see things. They think that we don't know things because we've not been in politics. You don't know nothing. We are the one who knows these things. Me personally, I don't have a problem with Africans. I don't have a problem with them. I love them, and you will never see me looking at an African and then I get discarded. No, those are African people. They are our people. We are all Africans. We understand. We get it. But let's start by respecting each other. I respect your country. You respect my country. Simple as A-E-O-U. People decide to make it difficult. They are defending left, right, top to bottom. It is unfortunate. And I'm shouting like this because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of those guys who are passionate about this thing. Because whatever that you are not seeing as a person who is sitting there, maybe because you are deciding to ignore it, or maybe because you are deciding to do whatever, maybe just maybe because somehow you are benefiting somehow. I don't know how. Maybe somehow, I don't know how. But whatever it is that is making you to try and defend this thing, whatever it is, and some of you, it is possible that you are defending it because your leaders are defending it, not because you agree with it, but because you are defending it. Because the leader that you like, the leader that you love, the leader that is your favorite is defending it, then you are defending it. Even if personally you don't agree with it. That is why I've always said when it comes to churches, when they were doing all these nonsensical things, the prophets doing all these things, these nasty bad things, I said to people, I come to a point where I'm not blaming these prophets. I am blaming people. I'm blaming people who are allowing these people to deceive them, who are allowing these people to play them. Because trust you in me, there is no, unless it happens to you, but there is no one who will come with a gun and point it on your head and say, I'm going to deceive you and you are going to follow me. There is no one who can do that. All they do, these pastors, these ones that are trying to defend, that are trying to deceive people, they go on the pulpit, you sit down, you hear a person going south, you hear a person saying bad things, saying things that are not in the Bible, and they are using them to make you to do whatever, but you still follow, you still sit there. Just like today, what the topic I am talking about. There is no way, ladies and gentlemen, that you expect South Africans to sit back somewhere to just watch things happening when they can see that things are going south. We are getting messed up here. Why are we sitting down and we forget the code that Mandela said? Of any code we can use in South Africa, this one, we forget about it. If the ANC or if the governing party or if whatever party it is there or if whatever person is in government, they do what apartheid government did to you, you must do what you did to apartheid to those people that are in power at that moment. Are we forgotten it? And when South Africans begin to do that, people, they are given names. You are xenophobic, you are this and that, you don't love Africans, you don't believe that, you are not that. Guys, have you seen videos? Have you seen videos when these operations, they go there? They go to these towns. Look at the towns, just look at them. Look at the towns on the sides here. Look at them. Look how they look. I don't know you guys if you go to towns. I don't know if you do go to towns and look what is happening. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you are pleased when it's so messed up, it's dirty everywhere, everyone is just selling everything and anything at any time. It's just a mess. When you go to Pretoria there in the CBD, somewhere Church Square, that line there, Church Square, and you look at what, I'm telling you, there's no road. When a car passes there, you can see that it's difficult to pass there because it's full. Left, right, you don't even see the shops anymore. You have to go through there and look. You can't walk in the middle of that pavement and look at the shop from there. You can't because it's full. It's what is that thing? I forgot it. This thing of that they used to cover their shops. It's covering everywhere. You can't see anything. And you want us to be smiling, sit tight, it's every God. Anyway, let's listen to Thabo Mbeki. And I want you to listen to what he says. I'm very sorry, guys, but no. If there's anything that I can disagree with Mr. Thabo Mbeki, it's this topic here. The topic of illegal immigrants. I don't know the full stand of Mr. Thabo Mbeki because here, remember, he is talking on his Thabo Mbeki Foundation here. So it's just a hit and run, okay? Maybe he's speaking from a point of saying, you know what, we are Africans and what. But Mr. Thabo Mbeki, my argument is, guys, you were supposed to deal with this thing before it escalates. I don't know why you didn't see. That's why as a leader, guys, I'm very sorry. As a leader, you should be able, as according to what is happening at that moment, to see a problem and to see what the problem can be in the future. Then if you see that the problem can go out of hand in the future, you arrest the problem. We don't do that. We leave things to go the way they go because I can promise you right now, ladies and gentlemen, immediately you get that chair of being a president, it seems like people, they forget everything. They forget the things that they're supposed to be doing and everything like that because immediately you sit in that chair. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a nice thing to sit there. I don't know. It's like people, they forget everything that they should be doing. Later in life, it's going to be embarrassing for some presidents. Unfortunately, maybe they will never be around. It's going to be embarrassing when kids, the future kids, they are asking, what is happening here? Who was a president before? When they check, they find them being presidents. All the president, I don't care which party you are. I don't care where you come, which party you come from. And the fact is, any person who has been a president before, I believe the problem of illegal immigration, they should have dealt with it in the past. That's why I spoke to you. And I said to you, if we don't solve the problems of the last generations, or we don't solve the problems of our generation, the problems of our generation are going to overlap to the coming generation. Instead of them dealing with their own challenges, they will have to deal with our challenges and then also focus on their challenges. How are they going to deal with it? I'm very sorry, guys, but some leaders in the past, they failed to deal with some challenges that they should have dealt with. Today, we are dealing with them. Today. In the future, if we are not dealing with the challenges in our generation, they are going to overlap to the other generation. And guess what? It's going to be a mess. It's going to be trouble. They will be asking themselves, where were those guys who were supposed to deal with these things? Why are we dealing with something that was supposed to be dealt with in the past? Anyway, let's go.
To an Englishman who was predicting death for his people, and Teosoka was saying, "You are wrong." I'm telling this story to say, really, this foundation, that's where it comes from. We come from that understanding among our people, which is very, very old, that South Africa is part of the continent, South Africa is part of the African diaspora.
Yes. Yeah. That is true, sir. Very true. We agree with that.
That's part of what hurts me when I see things like Operation Dudula. It hurts.
What hurts?
We can't position ourselves as though we're enemies of other Africans. It's not right. There are problems we've got to solve in this country, and we can't say those problems are solved by people who have migrated to South Africa.
Sir, if South Africa has its problems, South Africa is supposed to solve their problems. South Africans, they're supposed to be solving their problems. And for them to solve their problems, they don't need to be disturbed. They don't need to be interrupted. They don't need to, instead of them focusing on their problems, now they're supposed to be focusing on a problem that was supposed to be stopped long time ago. Now, the South Africa is supposed to be solving our own problems. I wouldn't be surprised that the reason why we've got all these problems, it is because of the problem that was ignored. It actually is the result of the problem that was ignored in the past. I wouldn't be surprised. I agree with him. Our problem, but the problem is we can't solve our problems while we have another problem on the side that is beginning to happen. And you are telling us that now we're supposed to be solving our problems, and the problems we have are not brought by people from outside. The problem is, while we are solving these problems we have, there is another problem that is coming up and is making us to lose focus from our problems. Now we have to focus here. Immediately we are finished with our problems. Now we have to deal with another problem that is coming. Guys. You can say whatever you want to say about Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, this is what he did. If maybe you hate him so much that you don't even pay attention to what he does. Mr. Trump does one thing very clear and very simple. And you can tell with this guy, he knows what he's doing. What he does is, in America, we've got problems. For example, the problem of immigrants. The problem of whatever money, sending monies to other countries because whatever, and everything. What does Mr. Trump does? He shuts down the borders. Shuts them down. The reason why, it's because he doesn't want interference. He doesn't want disturbance because he's dealing with his country. He shuts down the borders. What does it do? He deals with his problems. Deal with the problem, deal with the problem. When you are done dealing with the problem, and then you open the borders. When you open the borders, you don't just open. You open bit by bit. You check on who are you opening the borders to. There is no way you can have a family and then you've got a problem in your family, and then you think that you can be able to solve your problem of your family while allowing another person from outside bringing another problem. No, you shut down. Mngami, my baby, my love, my husband, my wife, please, it's time to deal with our problems in the house. We shut down everything. We deal with the family. We deal with your with the problem of the family. If somebody tries to come in and you are like, no, stop, we are trying to solve. You solve. When you are done, you open the doors. But South Africa, I don't know how people, they want South Africa to solve their problems while there is another problem coming up.
Cause problems. But I'm saying that's where we come from. And Tiosoga was saying, rather than perishing, Africa will rise. That even the Bible was saying that. So I think that for our foundation, if I make a claim to say that's our mother and father, what you're saying.
I really don't know why is Mr. Thabo Mbeki very sad about Operation Dudula. And people are clapping. And I do understand his point, because he is Thabo Mbeki Foundation. As he says, that the Thabo Mbeki Foundation, it started based on that. It started based on, Africa and everything. It's good, it's nice. I wouldn't be expecting anything from when he speaks. When he speaks about Africa, he speaks about South Africa, he speaks about his foundation. He has to speak like that because his foundation, as he confirms, that's where it comes from. Unfortunately, some of the South Africans, they don't have that thing of saying, because we've got this organization and it started like that, then we have to, even if something is wrong, and then we just have to accept it because, that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. That's the problem. That's why I've always said, in politics, if you are going to look at politics, whatever topic it is, whatever controversy it is, you are going to look at it because you love a certain party, because you love a certain politician, because you love a certain whatever. You are not going to be objective. You are going to take sides. You are going to say, hi, because it's this, and that, because this person has said this, then I agree with him because it is said by this one. But if it is said by this one, then it's wrong. There are many times Mr. Malema has said things, right? Many times Mr. Malema has said things. And because it is said by somebody like Malema, people, maybe they don't like him. There are those that they don't like him if it's said by him and everything. And then the same thing is said by somebody else, which is loved by maybe many people, or maybe by some other people. And then it becomes a viral thing. It becomes something that now it makes sense because it is said by somebody else. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Guys, please, man, let us be objective. Okay? Now people, because it is said by somebody who was a former president, now it seems like the Operation Dudula, they just won a case there in court. Do you think those people who are judging are crazy there? And I know some people, they will come and say, yeah, they paid them, whatever. That's what happens when it comes to law. Sometimes it's against you, sometimes it's for you. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying is, please, let your views be objective, okay? If you are a person who talks about politics, be objective, okay? I will give you an example. In Parliament now, we have that thing, Hard Committee. Mr. Malema was speaking there, speaking concerning the statement of Mr. Mkwanazi. Mr. Malema was making valid points there. He was making a valid, very nice, straightforward point, but because people, they don't like him, they decided to take that thing and twist it. Yeah, Malema, what, Malema, what. Malema was talking based on parliament because he wants everything to go smooth. And at the points that he made, they were valid, they were good points, and there were points that were actually going to make the parliament or the committee to go according to the law. People are just because they hate him, because they don't like him, because whatever. Malema head, this Malema head, hey, what are you hiding and everything? And then you can see now that there is a chaos there. The evidence leader there, now I'm diverting. The evidence leader there now is saying, yeah, you, the MK party, Mr. Skosana must recuse himself because he's mentioning, I don't know, because they have opened the case and whatever, and all of that. Now, Mr. Smear there is like, no, I cannot be questioned by people who went and opened cases and people who that, and stuff like that. These things, they happen. But all I'm saying, guys, is, at the day you are going to look at politics, not because you love your favorites, not because you are doing it for your favorites, because some views, when you listen to people making videos, you can tell, look at this guy, he's just loves this person, he loves this party. His views, for me, I'm very sorry, I don't listen to such views. I don't listen to views that are favoring on the other side because you are not objective. And it's okay, you can do your thing, all right? Even here, I'm listening to Mr. Thabo Mbeki. He is talking in the context of the Thabo Mbeki Foundation. To say Thabo Mbeki Foundation, it was started because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But now it saddens me, as it was also said when he thinks about Operation Dudula. It saddens me now that he's mentioning the Operation Dudula to say. It makes me sad when I see Operation Dudula. Anyway, everyone has their opinion, right?
Oga said 175 years ago, we must also ask ourselves, what are we doing to fulfill this vision that Soga had, that Africa will rise? Because I think as we look around the...
That one is easy, Mr. President. That one is easy. Let's start by respecting each other. Let me respect Nigeria. Let me respect Nigeria. When I go to Nigeria, let me respect their laws. When I go to Zimbabwe, let me respect their laws. Let me not go and jump somewhere and enter Zimbabwe. I was seeing a video there, a video of a guy who was actually from Swaziland, like he was just making a fun video. He jumps a fence and then he says, now I am in South Africa, and then he jumps a fence again, now I am in Swaziland. You see, it starts by respecting each other as a human being. Because you want South Africa to be, Africa to be one, let's start by respecting each other. I'm going to Nigeria, I'm going to Zimbabwe, I'm going to Ethiopia, I'm going to wherever I'm going to. Let me follow the process. Simple as that. Respect me, I will respect you. Respect my country, I will respect your country. That is why, Mr. President, when Ghana was playing a World Cup, you remember South Africa was knocked out, I think, and then we ended up supporting Ghana because we love Africa. But let's respect each other. It shouldn't be based on disrespect. How are you going to build if there is a disrespect? Because unfortunately, some South Africans, it may not be all of you, but some South Africans, they feel disrespected the way things are done. And I'm very sorry. Very sorry. Maybe this opinion, it might be a different opinion of what you've heard, because I've seen people talking about Mr. Mbeki, what Mr. Mbeki said. And the only thing that they're thinking about is, yeah, Mr. Mbeki spoke against Operation Dudula. Me, guys, I'm very sorry. In this life, there's no one who is God. And if a person speaks in front of people and I'm listening to that person objectively. I'm not listening to that person because I love them, I like them, they were former they were former deputy of I'm listening to them objectively, and whatever he's saying, I'm looking at the context of what he's saying. And the context here, I understand, Mr. President. You are speaking in the context of Thabo Mbeki Foundation. I understand. But I don't think that the Operation Dudula, I know, because And I've listened, well, because I listen. I've listened to Operation Dudula explaining themselves in terms of taking out people from hospital. They made it very clear. They said, according to the law, people who are foreign nationals, according to the law, they're supposed to access health from private hospitals. That's the law. Unfortunately, you guys have drafted the law. Now you're supposed to follow it. And it's difficult, right? Anyway.
Continent, starting with South Africa. There is much to worry about. There's a lot to worry about. Max Botwana here, if he could come back to speak, he would talk of the traffic of people who come to the foundation every day to talk about the problems here at home, problems on the continent, problems outside of the continent, to say, what do we do? Recognizing the fact that indeed all of us, certainly as a foundation, we have this responsibility to do this thing which Soga foresaw, that Africa will rise. 3 weeks ago we had, as was said again, we had this meeting on peace and security on the continent. And one of the things that happened, I'm giving that as an example, there were a lot of Congolese, because the situation in the Congo DRC was on the agenda.
Guys, you see, what you need to understand also, as I close, right? I cannot watch the whole thing because I don't know how long it is. I think it's a bit long. Let me just check this one. It's 19 minutes, okay? And
I'm on Congolese there.
And I'm on 40 minutes already. I've said a lot. Now, listen. This is me. This is my position, okay? I understand the position of Mr. Thabo Mbeki and this foundation and everything like that, all right? But please, okay? African countries, can we please, with all the sincerity and with all the humbleness and with all the respect, can we respect each other's countries? And it starts in the borders. And I know you are telling me that, yeah, Africa must not supposed to have borders. Yes, I agree with you, maybe. But we do have them. Now, the respect will start there. Enter in a right way in South Africa, and as I am expected to enter in a right way to your country, let us respect each other. Let us respect our countries. It starts there. Okay? It starts there. It's funny. It's very funny because some people, and I heard people say, yeah, Operation Dudula is only busy with Africans only, black people only. They were busy chasing away some Chinese there. That is why I'm saying, on the other hand, we are shown something else. Or if you follow them, because they've got videos, follow them and see what they are doing. Okay? My point, guys, is very simple. Let's respect each other. Let other countries respect South Africa. Let South Africa respect other countries. Okay? It is a good thing to have one Africa. Very nice and good thing. But having one Africa, it doesn't include disrespect. It will never be even started if it is based on disrespect. Let's fix the respect first. And then we can be able to build the one Africa. How are we going to sit with each other if already we are disrespecting each other? One Africa, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to push the agenda of Africa. It would be nice to have our own currency. It would be nice to have our own whatever that you guys are planning to do. That will be amazing. But let it start in the respect part. Please, guys. Okay? Please. Because unfortunately, in as much as other people, they accept everything. I don't know, maybe because of whatever reasons it may be. Okay? But listen, guys. I don't want to lie to you. Sometimes when I walk in these towns, whether Joburg, whether, like, I'm looking around and I'm like, What is going on, man? What is going on? And when you start to clean your city, people, they call you names. Yeah, you are xenophobic, you are this and that. You are cleaning your country, you are cleaning your city. Have you went to these cities? I don't know now, but have you went to these cities, like, go there, like, and look, sit there. Usually I used to go there and sit and just watch and look at what is going on. You don't do that, you guys. You hear people talking. You only see the Operation Dudula when they do their thing. Already you are throwing stones without you going there and checking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, what do you think about this? Remember, this is my opinion, okay? Just like everyone has their own opinions. Just like Mr. Thabo Mbeki said, it saddens him to see what the Dudula thing, whatever. This is also my opinion. You've got your own opinion. Stop insulting people because you've got your own opinion. Just like everyone has their own opinions. Okay? Let's respect each other even here on YouTube when you are typing there. Like the video. And of course, what can I say? You can subscribe if you are new and you like the content, right? Thank you so much, guys. What else can I say? Please, guys, like the video. Like I know I was a bit passionate there, but I had to be because of, I had to be because, and I think there's gonna be a time where I'm like, okay, I'm no longer talking about this topic of illegal foreign. I've said my piece. I've shouted. I've spoken. I've gave you some things that I think about. So it will be up to you how you see it. But unfortunately, sometimes you are forced to talk about a certain topic. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. As I've already said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. And guess what? We are out.